Hey everyone, welcome back. You ever notice how kids can just turn like anything into a toy?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
A cardboard box suddenly becomes a rocket ship. It's incredible.
Right. That's what we're diving into today, this awesome power of imagination that kids have, and more importantly, how to keep that spark alive as they grow up.
It's so important, and it's something I'm really passionate about. I think we all know screen time can be a creativity killer,
Yeah, for sure.
but there's so much more we can do besides just like limiting screen time, right?
Exactly. We're talking about practical, research-backed strategies that you can use right away.
And it doesn't have to be complicated. A lot of it is going back to basics.
Okay, so let's talk tools. What are some of the best toys or materials to encourage imagination?
You know, when I think about this, I think about open-ended toys, stuff that doesn't have just one way to play with it.
So, like, not that talking robot that only does, like, three things.
Exactly. Think building blocks, art supplies, even just a simple cardboard box. The possibilities are endless.
It's amazing how those simple things can be so much more engaging.
Right. Because they give kids that sense of agency, that power to create their own world, their own rules.
And there's actual research on this, right? It's not just us saying it.
Oh, tons. Studies have shown that playing with open-ended toys can boost problem-solving skills, spatial reasoning.
Which is huge, by the way, especially for, like, STEM subjects later on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it also helps develop flexibility in thinking, which is, essential for pretty much everything in life.
So important. So we've got the tools, but sometimes kids need a little spark, you know?
Oh, I hear that. And that's where stories come in.
Okay, so, like, reading aloud.
Yes. Reading aloud is like opening a magic door to a whole new world for kids.
It's true. Even my, like, super energetic kid will sit still for a good story.
Right. It expands their vocabulary, exposes them to different cultures, and just lets them dive into these incredible adventures.
You know, one of my favorite things is seeing my kids act out parts of their favorite books afterward.
There you go.
Hmm.
That's the magic. It sparks their own imaginative play.
It's like planting little seeds of creativity.
Exactly. And just like a seed needs space to grow, kids need unstructured playtime.
Okay, so, like, no organized activities, no screens, just free time.
Pretty much. Let them loose in the backyard. Let them build a fort in the living room. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as they're the ones in charge.
That reminds me of when I was a kid. My friends and I would spend hours building these elaborate forts in my basement. We were convinced it was a pirate ship.
And see, that's what it's all about. Those memories, those moments of pure, unadulterated play, those are the things they'll remember.
So true. And honestly, sometimes I think we as parents forget how to do that, to just let go and play.
And that's why I love this next tip. Join in.
Get down on the floor and play with them.
Yes. Be their pirate first mate, or the brave knight, or the magical unicorn, whatever they're into.
Love that.
It not only strengthens your bond, but shows them that you value their imagination.
And it's fun. Sometimes I get so into it, I forget I'm supposed to be the responsible adult.
It's good for the soul. All right, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, screen time. It's a constant battle, right?
Oh, tell me about it. It's like they're magnetically drawn to those screens.
And it's not just about the time spent on screens, it's what those screens are doing to their brains.
Okay, explain that.
Think about it. When you're watching a screen, you're passively consuming information. But when you're engaged in imaginative play, you're actively creating, problem solving, thinking critically.
So it's like the difference between watching a cooking show and actually baking something yourself.
Exactly. One is entertaining, the other is an experience that changes you, that helps you grow. And there's a growing body of research showing that excessive screen time can actually hinder the development of attention span and, you guessed it, creativity.
Wow, it's kind of scary when you put it like that.
It's all about balance. We're not saying screens are evil and must be banished forever, but it's about being mindful and intentional about how and when we use them.
So true. So to recap, we want to stock up on open-ended toys, make story time a regular thing, give them space for unstructured play, and maybe even get a little silly ourselves and join in on the fun.
Exactly. And remember, you are your child's first and most important role model. When you embrace creativity and imagination, you're giving them permission to do the same.
So powerful. Now, here's something to think about, and it might sound a little strange, but when was the last time you let yourself really play? Like truly tap into that childlike sense of wonder and imagination? It's something to ponder. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.